So going back and looking at the VRA schema, I'm calling it the big schema, you'll see that I have just collection and collection type and image type. I left out work type, and there's a reason for that. Looking here at another one of Scalia's images and going down to the metadata, you see that in the physical description it says one photographic print. So MoHi doesn't actually hold the negatives for these. The negatives are held by Scalia's family, and I take the negatives as actually being the work of Scalia, and that those photographic prints are each images. So there's a collection of images and then there's specific images, but there isn't really the work that Scalia did represented in this collection. So that's why I only have those two elements in there and not the third. Blowing through some of these so you can see some of the specific things I did. I did some work with language encoding down in subjects. So let's look, the subject vocab type, that's where we want to be. Looking at the elements for that. Here's the enumeration, and these are all Library of Congress subject headings. So I put LCSH there as in the enumeration just as a placeholder and to remind myself of that. And then these are enumerations from the different images. They all had skier hyphen Washington parentheses state and sports and all those things. I ended up using the same basic vocab scheme under location, so which also looked like it was Library of Congress subject headings. So I did the same thing, just pulled the same vocab information and used that those same enumerations. You'd only use United States Washington in that case. Oh, let's open this up a little bit. Didn't know I could do that. And what was the other one? Cascade Range was the other one, and then Rainier Mount Washington. I'm pretty sure that is in this same image, because there he is looking like he's about to crash into Mount Rainier, but I think that is part of the subject. Nope, it says a place. Here it is, Rainier Mount Washington. So that's what I did for the vocabulary encoding scheme in there. I told you that I did some stuff with default settings, kind of cheating with the materials. I did have to go and change some of those in that one. Let's look at the instance. I didn't shut this down the way I had planned to. Photographic print, I don't know which one I'm on. Let's see, that's the last one. So the next to last one is the same one of that Denny Mountain, the color print of the skier. So I went back in and actually did hand coding for that, which I did for all of these as well. When you look at the inscriptions, I'll go back and look at those real quick for a second too. But there, yeah, I changed material to one photographic print color. So there's that. You might also want to know about the application profile. Really basic importing of the big schema, the VRA, and then the local schema, which I give its own namespace to. And then really I just pulled, let's look at the MoHi VRA type. There's the collection, I pulled that directly from the big schema, and then the MoHi image group is the image from the big schema plus the local VRA. So I put those together in the image group because the stuff that's in there for the local part is only applicable to specific images. So from there, I pretty much just output generated an instance, and voila, there we go. Here's start with the collection. I just gave it the Joseph Scalia collection. That comes straight from the metadata. Where did I pull that from? Right, physical, no, Joseph Scalia collection under repository collection. Museum of History and Industry would be the agent in this case. I looked through the photos, found the earliest date and the latest date, 47 and 87, looked like it was pretty much the range. And then really there's not a whole lot more to what goes into the collection part of the instance. And then there's five different images here outlined in the instance. This is the first one that's of that cross-country skier. It's interesting in that I had a personal name in there as a subject because he's in the title, and they have that in the metadata as well. Otherwise, it's all pretty straightforward and pretty repetitive in each one. Each one does have a different image number, but it's the same 1993.20 dot. And then those last three numbers relate to an image itself. Let's see, go down. Just take another one at random. Skiers at Snoqualmie Summit. We didn't look at that one, so you have to go back and look at that yourself. There's a bunch of people up at the pass in 1954, and really the same sort of thing. Here's the Library of Congress subject terms. Here's the information on the measurements and the material, and the relationship. It's part of the Joseph Scalia collection. I think I mentioned above that in the collection, yeah, rights holder. No, that's not it. A little below that, relation Joseph Scalia collection. I need to change that. Nope. That's part of the image. Sorry. Oh, I see. I closed down collection. There we go. Relation, Museum of History and Industry Photograph Collection. So this is what the collection relates to as part of a collection. So I think that's it. Thanks for listening. Jump on in the discussion boards, ask me questions, send me an email if you want, whatever, and see you around.